Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fumi, and today I'm going to be taking you on a tour of the things I got from since this coronavirus situation in the country. I live in London in UK, and basically what I did, for these three factors. Number one, things are very expensive now, more than usual, even like 3 times, double the initial or the previous price. And also because we are in a lockdown situation, we are home, so there's no need to load your children or yourself with so much calorie. And thirdly, you want to reduce how many times or how often you have to go out looking for food. So for these 3 reasons, I had to stock up on dry foods. But some of them are quite expensive, and I will show you some of them. Like this bouillon chicken stock used to be around £3.50, but it's now £5, okay? And the gari that we used to buy at £5 is now £7. Rice, 5 kg rice, that was £5, is now £13, guys. You can't believe it. 13 pounds. So I just had to stock up on some of the Nigerian things that I can lay my hands on, that I can also make quick fix food with. So some of them are already popular, like the egusi. This is £5 now for this bag. It's still relatively about the same price. I did OGBONO as well. This is £2, which is still about the same initial price, mainly because it's not something that is very popular among other people except for Nigerians. So yeah, and going forward, I also did some pasta, things that will not spoil. I did not get too much of perishable foods like pizza. The pizza I got were about 5 or 6 slabs that we had to, the pre-cooked one, that you just have to reheat and cook before you serve. I just got a few of those because I know those ones have very short lifespan, so I don't want to stock my shelf with such things. So yeah, dry foods all the way. I got a lot of extra chili. This is very good for basic soups and some dishes like beans, stewed beans, Nigerian stewed beans. It's very cheap, and it's okay with it. You have this one. It's better than looking for fresh pepper and all that stuff, especially now that, even before the coronavirus situation and the lockdown and the increase in prices, Scotch bonnet or habanero pepper is already expensive around this time now in UK, or let me say in London. So this is a time and lifesaver as it is, okay? This extra hot chili pepper, that's one, and palm oil or vegetable oil, and you're good to go. And of course I stocked on plum, which is a tinned tomato, and yeah, and that's about it. So for things like stewed beans or egusi soup, or even, yeah, with onions, you find a way around this chili. It's very versatile. So that's what I've done. And like I said before in my previous video, that I've made my family to be on a very skint diet. Not that we are not eating, but we eat in smaller quantities because, number one, there's no point stocking yourself up in so much calories since there's no movement per se. Okay, we are most of the time at home. And secondly, because you don't want the food to finish up on time, and then you have to go out often to look for food, which of course then increases the risk of you being exposed to the attack or contracting the virus. And then thirdly, because these things are very expensive, so you want to manage it and also manage your money, especially if you're not on benefits, if you're not receiving the benefits from the government. Even the people who are receiving the benefits now, there's been a high, unbelievable surge in the number of people requesting for money. About 500,000 people requested for universal credit, which is their benefit, the money they give to people, handouts, over a period of a day. 500,000, imagine dealing with that crowd of people, of requests. So even the government presently cannot cope. And for those of us who are not on relying on government, or who are not on benefits, we have to be extra savvy or savvy, whatever the English is. Okay, so that is why I have to document this, just for anybody who is interested. It's not everybody that lives in London that is always very comfortable with everything as you imagine there back in Africa or wherever you're watching me from. And even people in London may not even understand this, because they believe that if you are here with children, you're supposed to be taken care of by the government. It's not like that. Okay, so now today, quickly, I'm going to be making ogbono soup, which is from this one. All right, so, and then I'm going to be garnishing it with a lot of some frozen vegetable, spinach from Iceland, which is one of the superstore or supermarkets in here in the UK. So, and it's going to be nice, and we're going to have it with curry, or we call it eba, and that's what I'm making. So thanks guys for watching. Please like and subscribe as you join me in my cooking today in my kitchen. Thank you. Okay, good. So guys, so I talked earlier about what I stocked for my food during this lockdown, and this is smoked turkey. Okay, this is almost ready to eat kind of food. Its shelf life is longer than fresh meat, of course, so that's why I got this one, and that's what I'm going to be using throughout this lockdown, except if of course I want to change it with chicken. That's the other option. I just don't want to do beef actually anyway. So, and then this is the ogbono ground with crayfish. I already blended it with crayfish, okay, and palm oil. And this is the spinach, frozen spinach. I've defrosted it. It's just 1 pound from Iceland, and I'm going to be using this 2 crayfish seasoning, and of course Scotch bonnet. Now this brings me back to this one. Guess how much this is, guys? This is 2 pounds worth of Scotch bonnet. This is how many? Just 7. 2 pounds. Okay, so it's a no-brainer really. I don't know, except you really need it. So that's why I'm going for the chili. And yeah, this is, I just bought this then that, okay, let's even see what can be crazy in my dish that I really want that will insist on having fresh pepper. Anyway, that is it. And yeah, and the other thing I stocked up, on, of course, is this plum tomatoes. Plum tomatoes and tomatoes juice is very handy. Instead of buying, I don't use the fresh one anyway, so I just got more of this, and that's it. So yeah, and I'm already getting myself in the mood to cook ogbono soup. Okay, into this water now, I've added crayfish, okay, and some dry pepper, okay, and the oil is from the leftover sauce I made earlier, just like a tablespoon, like a cooking spoonful. So that's why you have the oil in there, So it's now I'm going to add them. So after the palm oil boil, I added the ogbono, the blended ogbono, and increase the heat just for it to boil a little bit. So it's now time to chop, I would say, the spinach. So I just cut it into large bits, because it's I bought it like this from the store. So they just pick the leaf and blanch it, and it's very nice. It's brought frozen, so I thawed it in the fridge. So after adding the ogbono, of course I put the turkey and the pepper and the crayfish and the seasoning. So that's me adding that's the spinach going in. And you notice that the ogbono is not too thick, because when ogbono gets cold, it gets even thicker. So I like to leave it at this kind of light consistency for me to get the right, texture or consistency when I want to eat it. So yeah, that's it. That's about it. Thanks for watching.
coming with a wrap. So I got a freaking wrap. So I can try.